Hi YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today's video I wanted to make about what I see as the best side hustle in 2024. It's December 7th, 2023 as I make this video. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Bart. I live in South Florida with my family, and I have had a side hustle my entire working career. I started working at the age of 16. I'm 43 now, and over those years I have never gone 1 year without making two sources of income, and it's been varied all over the place. Traditional type businesses and non-traditional. So the one I'm going to talk about today is what you'd call non-traditional, like a side home-based business. And when I saw this business, it made a ton of sense. It was completely refreshing from everything else that I've ever seen or done. And so I wanted to share that with you, and what I think, again, in my opinion, is probably the best opportunity for me, and it might be for you. So if you would like to learn more information, if you want to skip ahead, check the link out in the pinned comment. That'll bring you to a tour page where you can watch a 6-minute video. And if that all sounds good, then you can pre-enroll and lock in your position in the company. And then every Thursday, the company will secure those positions based on who decides to move forward. So click the link below, watch that video, and then come back and finish this video here. So there are no shortage of side hustles out there. You can drive Uber, you can do DoorDash, you can go cut grass. I mean, I've done a lot of the driving stuff just because I love to drive. I love to get in the car with a cup of coffee and go drive around. And so I did a lot of food delivery stuff just because I have a lot of flexibility in my schedule anyway, and I love to drive. Is it the best money? I don't think so. It really worked out to be like $10 an hour, and that just, for me, wasn't monetary, financially, just barely did it. It was more about just getting out of the house and killing some time doing something I like, which is just driving around. So if you're anything like me over the years, you may have been involved in a home-based business where the company uses a network of people to promote their products or services, right? Called network marketing. And I was originally exposed to this idea of network marketing in my early 20s, where I thought it was, just made a lot of sense. Who wouldn't like the idea of building a team who goes out there and they sell product, and every time they do and they earn a commission, you earn a commission as well, called an override. Once I saw that concept, I just thought, well, that makes sense. That's really cool. I'd love to do that. And so that kind of set me on the path of really just always keeping my eyes open for opportunity. So if something were to come along, at least I'd be able to recognize it. So the company that I'm with now is called Livegood. You may have heard of it. I've reached out to quite a few people already, and they've either said, yeah, I've heard of it, or, oh, I already joined, which quite a few people have said that, surprisingly. And these are people that are either, already familiar with this industry, and also people who are not. And the reason for that is how fast the company has grown. So as of today, it's December 7th, 2023. The company started last December, and to date, they've got just over 900,000, somewhere over 900,000 members. The goal for this month, in fact, they're running a crazy promotion where you can win a $60,000 bonus, because they're really trying to get to 1 million members in December, ideally by December 13th. So there's a whole promotion. If you have questions on that, email me. My email is below, and I can explain it to you. But they're really pushing for 1 million members in December. I think it'll happen, but even if it's January, I mean, still, what company has 1 million members anyways, let alone their first year? So the company's growing so fast, and the reason is because of the way they do business. Traditional businesses are this: produce a product, maybe it's a truly phenomenal product, high quality, it works, all that's great. But the problem is they have to mark that product up so much, like 5 to 10 times their cost, right? They'll produce a product for $5 or $10 and sell it for $60, $80, $100. Why do they do that? It's not just to make money for the company. It's because they have to pay out the majority of that money in commissions. They have to pay the people at the top. So when you come into a company like that and you go on your auto ship for $80 or $100, the majority of that money is going to the people above you, keeping them in the business, keeping them happy, and that's what the company has to do. All that money has to be paid all the way up the line, and if there's a lot of people in that line, well, a lot of people have to get paid. And so what ends up happening is people come in and they buy a $300 or a $500 starter pack, buy a ton of product that they probably don't ever go through, and then they go on their auto ship for 80 or 100 or 120 or whatever every month. So now the product starts piling up. Now they can't keep up with it. And so that wears off really quick, right? They get burned out. And what ends up happening is people only stay, on average, across the whole industry for 2.8 months. So they've come in, they've spent $300, $400, $500, and they quit because they didn't build a team, partly because they didn't get any kind of real training. It's usually the blind leading the blind. And so there's two real problems. The product ends up just being super overpriced. Someone can just go onto Amazon and get the same thing. Maybe not the same thing, but maybe something close enough for a lot less money. And so when you're selling that kind of stuff, especially to friends and family, do you really feel good about that? Once you realize that maybe they can get similar stuff for a lot less, but they should buy it from you so you can make money. For me, that's less than ideal. And then what ends up also happening is the team you join. Typically, you're joining a team. Your cousin brings you in, or your wife, or your uncle, or a friend, and 9 times out of 10, that team is led by nobody. There's a leader somewhere, but they end up usually not having the best training, best resources available. So those two things really, in my opinion, lead to the lack of success in the business. And it leaves a lot of people with a bad taste in their mouth. So what Livegood does very differently is they have completely ditched the overpriced product auto ship situation. So think of it like Costco. If you go to Costco and buy a membership, you are a member. You have access to their products, which can save you money, right? You can buy in bulk and pay less in a lot of cases than you would at the regular store. And you can save money that way. That's how the cost of the membership is justified. Well, with Livegood, it's no different. It's exactly the same. You buy a $10 membership, you get access to a buyer's club essentially, and you're able to buy their products and services at a hugely reduced price. So when they produce a product, there is no markup of 5 or 8 or 10 times. They sell the products for just over cost. There are some expenses they have to account for. That's fine. So if you compare, and I would urge you to go to the website, click the link, watch the video, go to the product page, and look at the products and the prices. That's what I did. And I said, wow. And at first I said, it seems almost like too cheap. But then once you realize, well, there's 1 million members paying $10 a month, that's where the commissions are getting paid. That's where the profit to the company is being made. That's how it makes sense. Isn't that incredible? I saw that. Once I realized, I said, so for $10 a month, I can come in and buy products that I personally find beneficial for me, save money, right? A dollar saved is a dollar earned. I've got people on my team that were buying stuff already elsewhere and are saving money just on the membership. And so from a product perspective, it just makes sense. It's easy to be a customer. You're not having to try to convince and sell an overpriced product to someone who probably isn't going to take it. Maybe they're buying it from you because they want to support you, but it's ultimately not going to work in my experience because it ends up just being overpriced. So the model of the product and the compensation really made sense to me, in that you're not having to follow that old mentality, that old style network marketing structure. And so that alone is what sold me. I can come in and just stay active for $10 a month and build this casually, right? You can come in and build fast and really go crazy. And we have all the resources that you'd ever need, including making videos on YouTube, which is primarily what I'm doing to attract people. But there's no shortage of ways that you can build a business here, slow or fast. I'm somewhere in between. I reach out to people who I know are already in the industry or have experience. We can talk about that. If you have questions on how we do that, reach out to me. We can certainly have a conversation about that. If you want to do things the traditional way and invite people to online presentations, live Zoom meetings, webinars, we have that multiple times a week. We also have an inbound lead system that is for someone who has more budget, but this is more of a marketing system. So anything you can think of to market this opportunity, we can talk to you about and help you and kind of guide you on the best way to handle something like that based on your goals, based on what you're looking to get out of it. So it's a long-term thing. Anything get rich quick should be avoided, in my opinion. But when you look at, does this make sense for most people? In my opinion, yes. This is an opportunity for the masses, and I think it's by far the best opportunity that I've ever come across. And again, $10 a month. I mean, if most people only stay for 3 months, by then, if they bought a $200 or $300 pack and they're on auto ship for $100 a month, well, they've spent $500 or $600 in 3 months. In 3 months here, you pay your $40 one-time affiliate fee and then $10 a month. So that's $70 in 3 months compared to $500 or $600 or more. Think about all the people that quit a traditional business, that if they had just stayed, maybe they would have found a few leaders to join their team and build something huge, but they didn't last, so they didn't make it. They quit because it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't making sense financially. So think about that from a retention standpoint. If anyone you bring on, the likelihood of them staying for a long time is very high. Click the link in the pinned comment though. Take the tour, pre-enroll, and see some of our training. See some of our webinars. We have a whole system in place that can help you. Anything you can imagine that suits your style and your goals, we can certainly guide you and help you. So hope you found value in this video. Please click the like button, share the video, leave a comment. It really helps to get the message out there, and we'll talk to you soon.